Hello everyone, Steve Wilson here with my lovely Kensington CG Anglo Concertina. I wonder what will become of it once I depart this earth. I hope it will be played by someone much younger than I am now. Many of us who play the concertina today are in our senior years, so really it would be prudent, like it or not, to consider our mortality and the fate of our concertinas. Way back when I started, most players I knew were youngish, but these days we don't have many young players among us at all. Wouldn't it be nice if in the coming years a great many younger ones started playing concertina? It seems the two main impediments for young people are firstly the expense and secondly the repertoire. A misconception that concertinas and the music played with them aren't cool. This misconception, in my experience, is quickly corrected once a kid starts learning and playing and being told by their friends that they are so cool. The ideal age, I think, for a kid to start learning is from around 8 or 10 up to about 15 years, as they have developed the motor skills and possess the enthusiasm and the drive. So I am hereby inviting those of us who feel senior enough to consider bequeathing their instrument specifically to a young person. To give this strategy a degree of formality, a register has been established on the Concertina Australia website. Yes, there is a Concertina Australia website. It's administered by Dave Johnson, and we got together with a few young to middle-aged players within our concertina community to develop this legacy strategy. So the register is a listing of those of us willing to participate, and this simply involves giving your name and indicating the bequeathal approach that you have taken. The point of the register is simply to create momentum for this idea. If a few of us register, then more will hopefully follow. So when bequeathing your concertina, there are essentially two different approaches you can take, and both are easily changed if you change your mind. One way is your will. You can include a bequest of a particular concertina to a particular young person in your will, or in a codicil to your will, if you already have a will. A codicil is a document that records minor changes to an existing will, and it is kept with your will for your executor to deal with. So with this approach, there is no involvement of our concertina community, even if you are on the register. The other approach is to write a letter of instruction, and this also is kept with your will. You can take this approach if you have no particular young person in mind to bequeath your concertina. Perhaps the grandkids don't seem very interested, or perhaps there are no grandkids. So with a letter, you can direct your executor to the website where they can see the register and learn about the procedure we have developed for marrying bequests with young players. The register provides an executor with evidence that there is a substantial group of concertina enthusiasts that are similarly determined to see good instruments go to young people. To facilitate your course of action, we have developed templates for both a codicil and a letter of instruction, and you can download those from the website. Please don't add your name to the register without attending to the documentation first. So we all have a choice about the fate of our concertinas, but no choice about our passing, of course, that's inevitable. So with increasing frequency, our estates will be executed, with some concertinas passed on and played, with some stored away and some sold. But with diminishing demand in Australia, many of these will quite likely go overseas. However, with determination, we can change that course. In 10 or 30 years' time, it's possible our concertinas will be played by a new group of youngish players, the beneficiaries mob. Support and mentoring is intended via the Concertina Australia website with instructional videos, links to resources, and even online meetings. And of course support in person. The Saplings Group is an example of how that happens at the National Festival and other events around the place. And of course there's no guarantee that a young person will persist with their concertina, but some will, perhaps many will. So dear friends, we have a strategy for the future. And if there are enough of us willing to commit, it will work. Some of us who live long enough will see it start to work. In today's world, the future seems uncertain. We oldies despair, but young ones still have hopes and dreams. And if there are still concertinas being played in the world, well, we have to be better for it. But if available concertinas aren't embraced by young ones, the concertina in Australia could become an endangered species. So I urge you all then to visit the website concertinaaustralia.org/legacy, there's a legacy tab, and consider what you want to happen with your concertina into the future. And may you all enjoy good health for as long as possible. See ya.